it's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
Well, sometimes when you assess the computer form and you look at some of the races like the previous race and you get a bit confused, and it's tough to try and decipher your selections and predict the first four. And the other races where you think, well, is it too good to be true that it can be this easy? Because there are a couple of horses, as you would have heard by now, that Raheel and I quite like and we're quite confident on. And there's another one here in the fifth race. The fifth race is at 2:30, a 67 handicap for fillies and mares over 1,900 metres, where the average rating is only 66. Scratched is number 10, Duquesne Whistle, for Lola Crawford, Caden Brewer. This Ideal World filly will not be making the trip to Hollywood Bets Greyville on Easter Monday. Raheel, it wasn't you and I that was working when Desert Rose last ran. It was Kevin Shea and I. And, Kevin Shea, he's watched and he's ridden races around the world. And when he talks about a horse having no luck in running, I listen. And that was the case for Desert Rose. She was well backed to win that race. And she was unlucky in the race, unlucky up the lane. In my opinion, she should have gone very close to, well, she did go very close to winning. She could have won that race. She was drawn one. At least she is drawn one on Monday. She gets Anton Marcus, she gets extra distance, and she gets the Polly. I'm not too concerned about those changes. I think she'll love the extra distance. She'll love gate one, and there's no reason why she shouldn't go on the Polly. Gareth Van Zyl would never have put her here if he didn't think that she would at least go on the Polly. So for me, pick six banker, place accumulator banker. I don't like to say it because there's no such thing as a good thing, but as close to a good thing. Desert Rose, I'm big in Desert Rose's camp. I'm excited to see her run because I think she's a nice filly. Am I getting overexcited, or have I got grounds to be excited about this filly?
Not at all, Warren. I think that you've made a strong case for her, and yes, she's 100% the horse that they all have to beat. She's the horse with the most scope for improvement. She's been really impressive to date so far with that maiden win, and last time out when she was terribly unlucky, and she ran on really nicely, and to only be beaten under a length behind Lady Serena, who was knocking hard on that door for that next career victory, and Flashy Katrina ran second there. So Desert Rose, good run. My only concern is the weight. 60.5, 3-year-old giving away weight to older, more experienced horses that have run on the Poly track before. The step up in trip will suit her, no doubt about that. And yes, she is the horse to beat. At 28-10 in the market, yes, Desert Rose, you've made a strong point for, and you're all in with her. I just want to throw one horse at you that I think you must include for those exactors and swingers. Number 8, Cavian's Cara. Now, just the other day, on Thursday, Walton Hall was another horse for Natty Cotton. Dropped in the ratings and ran a cracking third. I think the same case could be made with the Cavian's Cara. She's a horse that has dropped a lot in the ratings, Warren. She's on a marker of 59, and she's come down from an 88. She does have a slightly wide draw to contend with. 2 runs on the Poly track for 1/3. She's never too far off the action if you exclude the 2 runs where she was beaten 12th by Aqua Sulis and 11th in a penultimate run by twice as fast. She's hardly too far off and never beaten too far. So I think Cavian's Cara could be the value and the lurker in the race at around 16-1. So that would be my sort of each way play in this race, and that's race number 5.
Good advice, very good advice. Quite right. Remember the horse Walton Hall. We liked Walton Hall, and £4 odd a place. So well done to the GTV team and the race day team as well. But Cavian's Cara, yes, you've certainly made a fair case for her. She has tumbled from an 88 down to a 59. Jason Gates, hungry for winners and hungry to get into the winners' enclosure. Nathan Kotson, a stable that's certainly consistent. So yes, place chance, Cavian's Cara. You've gone each way value for her at 16-1. So therefore, if you're followers of Raheel and I, you might want to take some exactors and some swingers. 1 Desert Rose and 8 Cavian's Cara. But for me, I'm in the camp of Desert Rose, and in a big way.
The betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.